What's good YouTube, Ben here, welcome to the next video on the channel. In this one, I'm going to give you my next old school RuneScape moneymaker. This one's pay to play, this one's called Cloth Equals Profit. Let's get into this. Hey everyone, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thank you. Okay, so Cloth Equals Profit. Now, last time we did Nails Equals Profit, and we're actually going back to the sawmill for this one. Now, the only requirement for this is a bit of starting GP. You don't even need that much. I've brought 50k with me because it's a nice solid number, and as a really early level, you can get 50k quite easily. There are a lot of moneymakers out there for the early game that just allow you to make decent bank for a level 3 or whatever. So we're actually going to be going to the sawmill, because at the sawmill, this will also work at the woodcutting guild as well, because there's a sawmill there too. With a vendor. Now, it's the vendor we're after, and we're going to be buying bolts of cloth. So, bolts of cloth are, of course, what they are, bolts of cloth, but they buy for 650 GP each, and they sell for about 900 to 1,000 each. Again, this is another one of those money makers that really varies upon GE pricing at the time, whether or not it is actually worth your time. But I would recommend coming here with a minimum 20k, so you can start making a little bit of profit. Because at minimum, we should be hopefully getting about 300 GP each for each sale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy enough to get up to my 50k, and then we'll go to the GE and sell it. So here are our bolts of cloth, so we'll value them. So they're currently selling, you buy them for 650 each. So if we buy 10, and then just to make sure, value check it, 650. So they're going to stay at 650 a piece at a time, which is great. Now, if you can, I'd highly recommend doing this at the woodcutting guild. I could do it there, but because I do have the right woodcutting level to actually get into the woodcutting guild. However, I'm doing it here because this is the one that, well, any low level player will have access to. So if you do it here, there is a bank just right here anyway. Now, if you have energy potions or anything that increases your run, I'd recommend wearing it. Like if you've got the graceful set from agility or something. Again, no low level player is really going to have that. But if you're a higher level player like me, you just want to do like a pretty brainless moneymaker, you can do so. So we'll just bank these. Now, as you can see, we just spent on our inventory, which is 27 slots, because of course we need one slot free for our money. We just spent, what, 17, 18k, right? And that's just on one inventory. Now, by the way, I do have a graceful set. I just can't be bothered to put it on because I've been mining shooting stars to get my mining up, which I've now gotten to 85, so I can finally mine Runite, which is nice. But I'm in the middle of doing a bunch of different money makers, because the cool thing about money making in old school RuneScape is you can do a bunch of different ones at any given time. Like currently, like today, a bit early today, I was merching a bit, and now I've been doing some mining with shooting stars. I've been trading those with bags of gems. I did a video on that recently where I opened 30 of them, and you actually make okay money from it as like a side hustle whilst you're doing mining anyway. It's not the most profitable mining by any means, but it is decent mining for, you know, I guess. It's decent money for just getting a little bit of extra money whilst you're doing mining. Because the only other real worthwhile thing from shooting star mining is the ring, which I already have, so at this point it's just, yeah, I might as well just get bags of gems, because why not? Anyway, we're going a bit off topic. So, the things of cloth, now these are great because the reason people buy these, for anyone wondering, is for construction. So you use these in a few construction recipes, which are decently high level construction. So because of that, people could just go out here and just buy a bunch if they want. But the thing is, a lot of people don't want to do that because with construction, you know, in order to do it fast enough, most people will buy their stuff just from the Grand Exchange anyway, rather than having to go to a bunch of different shops throughout RuneScape. I mean, it is a bit more expensive, but they're paying for the convenience. It's kind of like a real life. For example, right, like for me, so at the minute, I'm currently trying to give up smoking cigarettes, which I've not had one in almost 3 months. I'm on nicotine patches and I'm on vapes. For those of you who watch my stream, you'll see I vape on stream because I'm, again, trying to give up smoking entirely, so I'm on vapes as it is right now. And, like, we went into our local town today, we bought some vape juices for 3 for £10. Now, the same vape juices on eBay, you can get for, like, £2.20 each. So, I'd have saved myself £4, but then I have to wait for the stuff to come, which usually takes, like, 2 to 4 days. Whereas I'm paying a bit extra now to have it now. That way, you know, you're paying for the convenience. it works the same way with anything. Like, you're pretty much paying for pure convenience, and that's about it. So that's why people do it. It's the same reason for a lot of money makers, really. Right, okay, so we've bought as many as we can. Oh, no, wait, no. No, we can't buy one more, can we? Because we've only got 600 left. So we start with 50k, so remember that. We are going to go to the Grand Exchange, which I'm just going to use my Ring of Wealth to go back, because I'm not walking all the way. So we'll go into the Grand Exchange. Now, as a low to no requirement moneymaker, this is basically no requirements at this point. So we were able to buy 76 of them. So if we know all of them, bring them out. So remember, we started with 50k. The price of these can vary quite heavily. So if we put them in, so actively trade, they're selling for 983. I'm going to put them in for 950 and see if they sell, because they can sell for a bit more than that, but they can also sell for a lot lower than that. Nope, they sold. So we just made 71.6k. So we just made 20k in 5 minutes. You know, the more money you start with and the more you get, the more you can sell, the more profit you'll make per hour. But if you started this with, let's say, I don't know, 500k, you'd be looking at about anywhere from 600 to a mil per hour, depending on the GE pricing at the time. Because sometimes these will go heavily down and sometimes they'll go heavily up. Depends how many people are doing them, and it depends for the demand for construction. But let me know what you think about this video in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, please. Oh no, I'm not doing that outro anymore. I've got a normal outro now, haven't I? Anyway, don't forget, if you want to support the channel further, you can do so from as little as 99 pence per month through channel memberships. And don't forget, when I go live, I do live stream. I go live over here on YouTube and over on Twitch. I do those at the same time, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications here, and don't forget to follow me on Twitch. Thank you for watching today's video. You can hit the button on the right to subscribe to the channel. You can hit the button on the left to watch the previous video. Don't forget to like and comment on this video to help boost it in the algorithm. And don't forget, you can also support me further by becoming a channel member. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.